Welcome back to the channel. My name is Trent, and this is Trent on Purpose, where I document my journey of losing 300 pounds, healing both my mind and my body, and where I'm living life on purpose. Every week, I share real updates from my journey, the wins, the losses, and everything in between. And this week, well, let's talk about it. So let's start with the scale. This week I weighed in at 527.8 pounds, which starting from a weight that was above what my scale could hold, the dreaded error code, that scale goes up to 550 pounds. So from 550 pounds down to 527.8 pounds is a loss of 22.2 pounds, which I'm very happy with so far. In the month and a half, 2 months that I've been doing this, that's a very good pace for me. Do I want it all to be off now? Of course I do. But I'm working on getting that number down consistently week after week. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I've had a lot of tough mental challenges this week. We had a lot of emotional eating. The desire to eat to make myself feel better was really strong this week. It was that emotional eating pull to cope was very, very, very tempting, as this week I had a few rough moments. So this week was a pretty good week for me. I didn't give in to those needs or desires, and I showed up for myself consistently, both mentally and physically at the gym. So I'm pretty proud of that, and I showed up. So that's what matters. I showed up on purpose. So nutrition wise, I was focused on hitting my macros, and something that my coach slash therapist challenged me to do was to cut out soda completely. And I've actually been drinking a lot of sparkling water this week, so it's been fine. The reason I drink soda a lot is usually for like the bubbles, so switching to sparkling water hasn't been that big of a deal for me. So one thing I'm actually particularly proud about for this week was my ability to recognize the desire that was purely emotional based. It wasn't actual hunger. It was the fact that I felt it. I was like, man, I really want this. I was craving Panda Express orange chicken, and I saw the craving. I normally would have just been like, yeah, I'm gonna DoorDash it right to my office. I can do that. And I was like, you know what? I took a second. I stopped before I acted. I was like, I don't actually need that. I packaged my lunch. I have it in the office. I just need to go inside, warm it up, and eat it. It's gonna be good. But I wanted that craving for it. So the fact that I didn't give into that was huge for me, and I'm pretty proud of that fact. So something that I struggled with this week is on Thursday specifically, I was just hungry all the time, and I didn't really change any of my eating. I ate the same food all week. I would have the Trader Joe meatballs and broccoli for lunch. I'd have chicken with bell peppers, zucchini, and broccoli for dinner. And then at night, I'd have my tub of cottage cheese with some fruit. And every other day this week, I was fine. But for some reason on Thursday, all I could think about was food. All I wanted was just to eat more. And it wasn't, I don't know why. To this day, I still like it. As of recording this, I have no idea why that day in particular was hard. And Friday, I was back to normal, totally fine. Saturday, totally fine. Today, totally fine. But for some reason, Thursday, I really struggled with being hungry. And it's not that I'm not eating food. Yeah, I'm in a caloric deficit, which is not hard to do when you're coming down from eating 4,000 to 5,000 calories a day. I don't know what happened that day, and that's something I'm going to talk to my coach about this upcoming week. All right, so this week at the gym, I stayed pretty consistent with my upper body, lower body, and cardio split that I've been doing. Tuesday was a really good day for me. I hit my steps. I felt good moving the weight for my lower body. I know it's wild. A good leg day. I hear you. I understand. I promise I'm telling you it was a good lift. So yeah, Tuesday was just an overall W of a day. That being said, this weekend kind of got a little wonky. My wife's cancer treatment was pushed back on Friday, so we were there later, so I didn't get to go do my normal lower body workout day. So I adapted and just did some squats and lunges in the little hotel gym that was there. And I got on the stationary bike that they have and I got a workout in. And it wasn't what I planned on doing, but I'll tell you what, my legs were cooked by the 45 minutes that I was done. So I think that's progress. That's rather than just giving myself the night off, I did what I could and I think it helped. So mentally, this week has been a bit of a challenge. I've had some issues at work that caused a little bit of stress. I've had some personal issues, especially with, just with the stress of being a caregiver, that it can take a toll on somebody. And I'm leaning into some heavier stuff from my past with my therapist, and so a lot of that attributed to a pretty heavy week. It wasn't overwhelming, it wasn't super bad, but it was pretty heavy. So this journey isn't just about losing weight, it's about becoming a version of myself who believes that the effort I'm putting in is worth it. And I'm getting there. It's taking some time, but I'm getting there. For the longest time, anytime I've ever tried to lose weight, it was always a solo mission. It was always just me versus myself versus food, and I would lose every single time. So far I've lost, and it's because I didn't ask for help, and that's changed. I now have a licensed person that can help me with the mental aspect of it. I'm leaning into getting accountability from friends, from family. I've involved other people into my journey. I've created this YouTube channel that allows me to talk to you guys and keep myself accountable via you. And knowing that, hey, I gotta put out a YouTube video, even if I mess up, this is just documenting my journey and getting somewhere that I haven't gotten to before, which is down to my goal weight. All right, so let's talk goals for this coming week. And since this is the first video of August, let's talk about some goals. You might have seen the short that I posted with my August goals. So I want to lose 10 pounds this month. I want to work out 26 times. My goal is 7,000 steps a day. And I want to start drinking 1 gallon of water daily. Absolutely no soda, which hasn't been that hard so far. My goal is to journal daily posts and updates to you guys on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. I want to track my macros, which I've been doing thanks to the Lose It app. Not sponsored, but could be, just saying. And I want to go to bed by 11 p.m. Going to sleep has been one of my biggest struggles so far with this challenge. I just get excited about what I'm doing with this and with YouTube, and with I have all these ideas of what I could do and how I could make this more like a game to myself, and just the thought process of that is just so there's going to be more on that coming soon. I have an idea, but I know how social media can be sometimes, and I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. I always want to promise and keep that promise. So I'm going to keep that under wraps for right now, but just know I'm working on something that's going to involve you guys, and I'm very excited about it. So look, if you're on your own journey, just know that you're not alone. If there's no one else, there's at least me, and I know I'm not alone. So drop a comment. Let me know your wins this week, big or small. Let's celebrate them together. And don't forget to like, subscribe, follow along as we keep showing up on purpose, with purpose. See you all next week. Peace.